It's just setting up right now. Just hang on.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon. Hi, June.
Hi, Elaine. How are you?
I'm good. What a way to start a week, yeah?
Yeah, it's Monday, but not Monday titles for me.
Okay, so hi everyone who's listening to this recording. And this is a time where we get up close and personal. And it's your rare opportunity to listen to the owner of MindChamps. And I have the honor of interviewing June's son. And for those of you who actually attended our virtual seminar on the 4 Ps of influencing the hiring manager, you would have heard a lot from June on some of the advice that she has dished out on how you can actually pitch for any role. And she gave a little snippet on how, life is like working with MindChamps. And I think that's what I want to do today. Pass the floor over to you, June, to share with us what made you start this business. Please tell our audience.
Okay, well, actually, I don't own MindChamps. I've just bought into the franchise of MindChamps Preschool. And the reason I started was I actually started for my younger daughter who was graduating her preschool. And when I was in my previous career, I used to fly a lot. So I fly Southeast Asia. I even go extend to the Asian countries with my market. So for me to spend a lot of time with my children is actually quite important for me. And so kind of a different vocation that I've been called on. So I started my first preschool, which is in Raffles Town Club, almost 3 years ago, and now we're just opening up our second center at Temasek Club as well. So I've got a lot of roles which I love to share with you guys, and who am I recruiting for as well.
Oh wow, fantastic. Maybe you can share with us a little bit about what does the MindChamps brand stand for?
Sure. One thing I love actually about the MindChamp brand is the MindChamp philosophy lies around 100% respect and zero fear. So we are not afraid of giving things a go. Even if we fail, we get up and try a different approach. So it kind of resonates with my own kind of beliefs and my own kind of strength that I use to tap on, because, coming from a corporate in sales or marketing, it is very different to running a preschool and actually dealing with teachers and parents as well. So giving everything a try, never give up, and having the driving mindset is someone I love to look forward to as well. And of course, for all our teachers, we go through the 200 hours of training, which the center will provide.
Right.
So we'll guide them in terms of the inquiry teaching that we do, and through our SMILES technique. SMILES technique, which is, your sensory, your motor, your intellect, your linguistic, and your social emotional well-being as well, these are the kind of the skill sets that we want to embed our teachers in terms of how they teach our children or our champs, as well as how we engage with our parents as well.
Fantastic. Wow. I think sounds like you're describing yourself. I've known you for quite many years already, and I know, how gung-ho you are, and you carry yourself very well professionally, right? And I think that these are good values. And I remembered you mentioning to me about, jumping at the opportunity to influence young minds. Perhaps yes. I think it will be good. I wish every teacher will be like you.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's always things that will bog you down, through day in, day out. But I think it's also through our attitude and through our positive mindset that you can really influence the people around you and your children as well. And I think there's one quote that I actually read recently, which don't be influenced by the energy in the room that you walk into, be the energy that you influence others as well. So this is, these are the caliber of teachers, or these are type of teachers who I look for as well.
Yeah. And can you share with me the typical age group that we are talking about in terms of the kids?
The kids, okay, so the kids, they start from 18 months to all the way to 6 years old. So definitely we prep them. So there's 5 years of preschool with us, and it is so for the younger levels, I would say they're a bit more. The teachers I look for a lot more motherly, a lot more caring, a lot more patience with children, because we do know that children, when they go through the terms of 2 to 3, they have, you know, a little because they can't vocalize their ideas a lot, so they tend to throw a little bit of tantrum. So, you know, the teacher needs to be a lot more patient and a lot more caring for them. But as you go through the age, you know, children go through a bit more cheekier. They know a lot more of the world. They like to challenge your ideas, your thoughts. So, and then I need a bit more experience, a bit more stern teachers, or a bit more grounded teachers to really look after these children, to prepare them for primary as well.
Yeah, and I'm so happy to hear that you mentioned, you know, 18 months, because there are research that tells us, you know, the most moldable time for any young kids is from 18 months to 24 months. And that is a good prime period to get them started. And they are like a dry sponge, you know, absorbing lots and lots of information. So I think, you know, in this day and age, we focus too much on the content, and we tend to forget, you know, there's a lot more than just the content itself. There's the character building, you know, the morals, the principles, and the entire whole being itself. And I really like what MindChamps actually stand for. My kids are a lot older now. I think I passed that
Maybe
age.
your grandkids.
Yeah. So, but there you go. You know, if I chance upon that research much earlier in my parenthood, I would definitely jump on that. So, so is there any particular role that you would like to mention on this call? Yeah.
So I am looking for different types of teachers. So I have so within my cohort, I do have English teachers, so classroom English teachers. I have classroom Chinese teachers. I have enrichment teachers as well, so our specialized teachers. But what I'd like to highlight to you is my teacher assistants. So thank you for, you know, to SG United and the Singapore government. I am able to tap on the mid-career growth opportunity as well, to highlight and giving, you know, the candidates who are interested to join a preschool, who doesn't have the relevant background or the experience, to try the preschool environment through WSG as well.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, and I can see that on the job advertisement itself, you mentioned, you know, even though on the job advertisement it's talking about your Raffles Town Club, but correct me if I'm wrong, you are actually also looking at Temasek Club as well.
Yes.
Right?
So Temasek Club is located at Rifle Range, so it's very close to Beauty World MRT. So there is a shuttle bus that comes through to Beauty World, and so I'm looking for candidates from Clementi or Bukit. I can tell you that I know for Singaporeans, they don't like to travel too far from their kind of where they reside. So that's why I'm highlighting all these areas. It's actually key.
You know, it's so interesting, but actually if you look at the geography of Singapore, it's so small compared to many other countries like our neighbors, right?
Yes.
Malaysia as well, it's so big, right, to get from point A to point B. But yes, nonetheless, you know, people tend to look for convenience. But I'd like to, you know, maybe focus a little bit more about the mid-career movers. So like you mentioned again, you're looking for more for people with an interest. Did I hear that correct?
Yes, correct. I am looking for anyone who has an interest in early childhood education, or who likes children, or who loves children, or have children of your own, who have young children of your own. Right. So I have had a lot of teachers who come to me at Raffles Town Club, join me as teacher assistant. They have previously done a bachelor in business administration or business graphic design as well. Right. They've joined me as a teacher assistant, and then they found the role actually quite rewarding and very fulfilling as well. So they've actually gone to take their diploma conversions to actually be a preschool classroom teacher. So this is something that I think, it's a very good initiative from the government, that giving people the second chance to try something they want to do as well, which, I think, I didn't get that when I was younger. I felt like I was just going through the kind of the circular motion of graduates. But then, this is something that I urge and I encourage all the Singaporean candidates to try it as well.
Yeah. And you want to talk a little bit more about the assistance that's provided?
Yes. So the assistance, so with these kind of assistants, you will be still given the MindChamp training for MindChamp teacher assistant training. So which is about, close to 200 hours. And then also the classroom teachers, again, whether it be it the Chinese teacher or the English teacher or our center principal, will give you guidance in terms of your daily routine or daily operations, and then also your daily task or to the weekly task. Should we see there's a there's a kind of, you are willing to take up more or you are able to take up more, we'll give you definitely more opportunity to write curriculum planning, to do a little bit more our events as well, involved in our school events. So things like this will slowly, baby steps. We won't throw everything at you, but we will start feeding you more and more. And this kind of opportunity that we have got approved for from WSG is 9 months as well. So a good tenure, and give you a good insight of what the preschool teacher assistant will be as well.
Okay. Wow. Sounds really fun. I mean, I can just imagine teachers who have joined you and the team who have joined you when you first started your Raffles Town Club center. And then I know recently you have just expanded into Temasek Club. I can just imagine, the journey that they have walked with you,
Yes.
you to set up, and therein lies lots of opportunities as well for anybody who wants to maybe even move to a different function. And,
yes.
and do you have anyone in your team that kind of explored?
Oh,
yes.
Yes, of course, yeah. Of course. I mean, we have had so a teacher assistant who was with us from last year, who have finished their diploma. So she did a degree in business, and then she's late 30s. So then she didn't find her job or career as rewarding. So she went and came to us as a teacher assistant, then did the diploma conversion. And now she's joined at my new center at Temasek Club as a classroom teacher as well. So there is definitely that kind of career progression for the teachers or for the candidates who's looking to step up or the next career journey as well.
Fantastic. Yes, that's good. Cool. Okay, so so how can our audience or anybody who's interested, go about applying?
If they want to apply, they can email me, which I will share with you on a link, yes, as well. And then also there is a My Careers Future link to the job application as well, so which you can apply. If I do see there's a need or closer to Temasek Club opportunity, obviously I'll definitely ask the candidate if they're keen as well.
Yeah, I think that would be good. And what I've heard from you, and I know June doesn't stop at just doing one thing and one thing alone. I think if you give her 10 tasks, she'll probably complete 12 or come back with 13 or something like that. So definitely a very forward-looking center, and owner. And I can just imagine the values that you perpetuate at your center. So don't just look at taking up a role at MindChamps as a job per se, like a 9-to-5 thing. It should really be integrated as part of your lifestyle as well.
Yes.
And certainly you want to look at people growing with the organization.
Correct. So I think even in my 4Ps talk last month, and I asked all my candidates, what's your aspiration, what's your 3-year goal, or what's your 5-year goal? And I love candidates to tell me candidly. Some might be say my I don't really have a goal, or
and it's fine.
Yes, which is fine. But some of them do tell me, I want to be a senior teacher, I want to be a curriculum writer, and some of them, don't stop at curriculum, like they want to be an early childhood lecturer. for NUS. These are some of the aspirations I have of the teachers, and it's something that I hope I can give them, a forward step or a stepping stone to achieve their goals as well.
I really like this because we keep talking about mid-career professionals making, changes and moving across industries. There's always what I call the adjacent industries. Because, anybody who's interested in the educational sector, this is one step into one particular sector itself. Because for all you're just changing the genre or the generation age group that you're teaching, right? And then and that would be like a nice foot in the door. We always think of career as a ladder, but it really should be a lattice. So we could go sideways, sometimes we have to go down and then we go up again. We really need to have this mindset of serendipity. Try it out. You never know.
Try it out. I mean, it's like how I tell a lot of my teachers as well. There's always progress, and then there's sometimes you have a step back, as a regress. It's like how children grow as well. They take 3 steps forward and maybe 1 step back, but as the overall in the 5 years or 10 years you see yourself growing to the somewhere that you want. That's exactly where we are and where we want to be as well.
Wow, I'm really so excited. And I remember the example you quoted in your speech as well on how the quality of the teacher that you're looking for, and the example that you have shared, how a teacher handled a problem, where they have a child who's frustrated reaching out for an object, and how the teacher went about it. I'm not going to spill the beans. I'll just let the audience go find out for themselves. But I thought that was very clever, looking deeper. Otherwise it's not easy to find anyone who can actually impart the right values and the right critical thinking. Wow, at a very young age, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all by experience, and it's all by thinking creatively as well. Sometimes I know sometimes it is not easy to step out the comfort zone. Right. Because we're so comfortable in a certain way of life. But if you got the heart in the will, and if you want to do something different, like a mid-career switch or mid-career trial, why not give it a go? And if I can tell you, if you put your heart and your dedication to it, it will all work out as well.
Yeah, and you would rather everyone come clean, right? I mean, say upfront, be open, it's fine. Even if you're just exploring this particular job.
Yeah. So like I shared with you, my style of leadership and my management skills is I'm very transparent director. If you have anything that you're forefront with me, I'm also very forefront with you as well in terms of my planning, my ambitions for you, and then also what you are likely to how you are growing with me as well.
Wonderful. Is there anything that you want to say upfront, sort of like a full disclosure kind of thing? Be prepared, if you're coming in, it's not going to be a bed of roses, but one man's meat is always another man's poison. So is there anything you want to say upfront? I know you mentioned a little bit about the logistic part.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, right? So it's for you to have a career in early childhood, and for you still have to do the dirty work, right? It's and you have to look after children from all the 5 levels, which is from PG, which is 18 to 2 years old, to the 5 to 6 year old, which is the K2s, right, when they're prepping there for the primary school. So the stress levels between the 18-month to 2 years old, of course, you have to get your hands dirty to change dirty diapers, to managing 5 to 6 year old who doesn't want to write and who doesn't want to spell, who doesn't want to, why do I have to do this? Things like this. So your mindset really have to be shift, and also to take that, consideration that there is hard work, but if you can pull through it, there's obviously the opportunity for you to grow as well.
Yeah, I always say passion trumps all. Once you're interested in something, that's really the invisible driver that's going to push you through. I remember the early days when I started coaching, and I had to learn from the more seasoned coaches. And I remember one advice that was dished out to me. It was something like, after a while, you can pretty much, categorize what each professional would need. what each coachee will need. But
Mm.
and then I realized that over the years of coaching, it's not the same. Everyone is different. If you do really care in helping the professional, then you can't really categorize everybody into one particular section.
Mold, right? Yeah, correct.
Same with children, right? You can't say, I know, with that few little behaviors, I think I can just basically treat and handle the kid this way. Everybody is unique.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very true. It's and it is there's also a great book I read as well. It's emphasizes on nature versus nurture. So how big our nurturing care can shift a kind of a bad tree or bad root as well. So if you're looking at a tree that's wilted, a very weak kind of tree, but if you nurture it with water every day, you talk to it maybe every day, you smile at it, it will grow. Yeah, it definitely. So it is sometimes, the metaphors I use, I hope that the candidates would understand, it is your mind shift, and then also how the rest of us will support you and nurture you to become the person you want to be as well.
So wonderful. Thank you so much. And just want to put in a last word to say that, we've seen a lot of reports where people leave the job, not because of the job, but because of the people they report to. So just want to, assure everybody that here we have June leading the helm from MindChamps at Raffles Town Club as well as Temasek Club. So I wish you all the best, and for all interested parties, please drop in and do give June a call. And I'm sure you will meet every one of them, right?
Yes, of course, definitely.
Promise?
I make sure I have the time and effort spent with all my teachers, as well as give them time a year to hear them out as well.
Yes, so thank you so much, June, for spending and covering your Monday noon with us. And so thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this little up close and personal chat with June. Thank you again, and enjoy your afternoon. Bye.
Thanks, Elaine. Bye, everyone.
Bye.